All right, what's going on, guys? And welcome back to another Tuesday Lunch Hour Live. I'm excited to get today going, and we're just going to hop right into it here today. Um, but we've got a good one here today. We're going to talk about how to actually keep going, stay disciplined. Motivation is a lie, and we're going to get right into it. So, let me pull up my notes here and we will get going. Just got a couple things that I want to make sure we cover. So, within all of this, I think we have to realize that as men, as believers, as followers of Christ, that we cannot rely on motivation, right? Our flesh wants to do what's comfortable. Our flesh wants to do the worldly things, what culture does, what is normal. And what is normal? Normal is going, sleeping around with everybody, going, doing the drugs, doing the parties, drinking, waking up feeling terrible, and then eating crap food, not eating good, whole, unprocessed, godly foods, and being overweight and being out of shape. All of those things are normal. That is what is normal in today's world and in today's society. And so, is that really the life that we want to live? Is that really where we want to be? And so if we're relying on motivation, that is where it's going to take us. Motivation, it's what everybody else relies on. That is what's normal, relying on just the motivation and that side of things. And so if we're not normal, if we are called to be set apart, then we can't be living that way. We can't be living the same way that everyone else does. So that is exactly why I wanted to make this video and just talk through some of these things and talk through what that looks like. When motivation is here, you're fired up, you're ready to go. Let's do the workout, let's eat the right foods. That's why we have these New Year's resolutions that are the same every single year. Millions of people lose weight every single year, but there is a 90 plus percentage rate that gains the weight back. There was a study done on The Biggest Losers. If you guys remember that TV show, there was a study done on 14 people, and 13 out of the 14 people ended up gaining the weight back. I believe it was in 3 to 5 years after they lost the weight. I could be wrong on the years there, but 13 out of the 14 people ended up gaining the weight back. That just shows you the motivation was high, the lights were on them, the TV show was there, the money was there. They're working for these things. And then when all that fades away, they're left with just themselves and their motivation. What happens? The motivation fades. The diet slowly goes to the side. The cravings come back. Then you just want to eat the cookie, eat another cookie, and then they end up gaining the weight back, right? And obviously, I don't know personally what their stories are, all the things. So obviously, I'm sure there's some nuance there, and I'm sure there's some backstory to those things. But the point of this is, and the point in saying this is that all these people who set these New Year's resolutions, 90 plus percent of people end up gaining the weight back. And so, even here now, we're going into the holiday season. Don't wait until the new year to start your goal, to start getting to where you want to be. If you just coast through the holiday season, you're going to be starting from a negative place. If you coast through the holiday season, you don't care all the things, you do what's normal, you're going to put on 5 pounds during the holiday season just because you're eating all the junk food, all the things. You're not motivated, right? Because you got to go to all the Christmas dinners and do all of the things. But what if instead of that, what if we looked at that and said, okay, realistically, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, and we have New Year's. Those are 3 days out of the next few months that are going to be, let's just say, off days. 3 days out of the next 3 months is that's incredible. We can make plenty of progress if you only have 3 off days. So realistically, what can you do? It's probably not just sitting around waiting for the new year. You can start now. Don't wait until the new year. Start now. If it is truly something that you want to do, and truly something that you want to make a change with, start now. Do not wait. Do what you can right now. There's always going to be a busy time. There's always going to be something else that comes up. Something is always going to grab your attention and give you a reason not to make the change. Again, that is why normal, is because there's always something there. There's always going to be something there. So with this, I like to think of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 11. It says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Within all this, I think of discipline as training. Discipline is something that is not going to feel good now, but later on, it's going to produce something great. It's going to get me to where I want to be. You do the things today that no one else will, so that way you can later on down the road, you can do the things that no one else can down the road, right? That's part of that motivation versus discipline. If you're just living in the moment and enjoying life, chasing pleasure and comfort, you're going to not do the things that are going to set you up for the life that you want to live, whether it be investments, whether it be the weight loss, whether it be the fitness, whatever it is. Doing the things right now that are comfortable are not going to get you to where you want to be and get you to be able to do all the things that God has called you to do in the future. So, how can we set up for your future right now, right here? Right? That's something that me and my wife talk about. How can we set up? How can we do the things that may be a little bit uncomfortable right now, but are going to set us up for the future? Not relying on motivation, but relying on our discipline, relying on a good plan, a good strategy, having the faith to walk into these things and to do all the things, right? That may be not comfortable, but we know that's what we need to do. And I think within all this, fitness and health and all these things parallel discipline and motivation and goals so well, and even our faith, right? Faith is like building muscle. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. There are going to be mornings when you don't want to get in the word and read the word. And there are going to be times when you feel like you're kind of stagnant, kind of plateaued in your faith. But because you have the discipline, you keep going. And over time, you make progress. You're not going to see 100% turnaround likely. It does happen, right? But likely in the first day. You read the Bible once, not a whole lot happens. You read it twice, not a whole lot happens. But you read it 3, 4, 5 weeks, months, years, and your life looks totally and completely different. And the same thing goes for your faith. You're going to have to push through those hard times. You're going to have to look at what it is that you're not doing, what it's going to take to where you want to get to go and do those things. Again, one workout, you're not going to look any different. You're probably going to walk a little funny because you're sore, but you're not going to look any different. You're not going to be able to function any different. 2 workouts, the same thing. But again, you start stacking weeks, months, and years, and you can look like and feel like and be a totally different person. That's what discipline does. Motivation is not going to carry you through those weeks, months, and years. It may carry you a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, but not the months, not the years. You need discipline. You need a solid plan, a solid strategy to get you through those times. So, with all that and kind of closing here, another thing that can help you in this journey, not just help you in thinking, all right, I need discipline, but a little bit more on the practical side of things. I mentioned a plan, a strategy, those kinds of things. Having something in place that is actually doable for you is going to help you keep the discipline. A lot of times, when thinking about the diet side of things, we go 100% all in, 100 miles an hour, or we go nothing. So instead, start thinking about what can I build momentum with? Start now. What can I do small today that is going to carry over into tomorrow and I can continue doing. Maybe it's increasing your steps not by 6,000 per day, but maybe by 1,000, 2,000. Make something doable, not increasing your protein by 100 grams overnight, but increasing it by 20 this week and then 20 next week until you get to that point of your end goal. And the same thing goes with workouts. So many people go into the gym on January 1st, January 2nd, and they just crush themselves. And that is going to do nothing. You're going to do nothing with that. You're going to be super sore for the next week. You're not going to be able to go to the gym because of your soreness, because you're so sore. And then you're going to go back and do the same thing. And then before long, you're just going to push it to the wayside because it's not realistic. It's not going to be maintainable. You cannot continue to do that every single time. So start small. Do 2 sets, not 5, and then slowly work up from there. Some progress is better than going 3 times and then never going again, right? So just start small and work from there. So those are kind of the biggest things. Obviously, having accountability is another huge thing within all this. That's why I think coaching and what I do is so important. Sure, yes, helping people do the right thing, helping have the right plan, and knowing the information. But let's be honest, there is more information out here in this world than ever before. But it's the application of that information. It's the accountability, really, is what people come to us for. Is Noah, there's all this information out there, but I don't know what to do with it. Can you help me sift through all of this and make a plan that is actually going to work for me and my goals in my life? And then keep me accountable for that. And so if you're interested in that, I've got an application link down in the description of this video for one-on-one coaching. You can also take our free biblical fitness assessment as well. It's completely free, gives you a roadmap and everything. It's great. So if you haven't taken that, be sure to go take that. But all of this to say is that you cannot rely just on the motivation. You need other things in place to get you to where you want to go. So that's all I've got for you guys here today. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. If it was helpful, leave a comment and let me know what you would like to see in the future. And have a blessed day.